Hey everybody. Well, I'm calling the Willys sedan delivery finished. I'm pretty happy with it. As always, there's a couple things that don't 100% suit me, but all in all, I like it. I think I said before that it seems like my hood's always, the paint never matches, even though I paint everything at the same time. And this one is close, but the hood just looks a little bit lighter, especially back here. You don't notice it from the front, just from the back. But it's okay. I don't care. I mean, I kind of like it anyway. Only issue I had was making a license plate here. I don't know if you can see that. I used that Acme license plate maker, and because I had to switch computers recently, my other computer, the hinge broke on the laptop, so I got a new one, and I had the print, some kind of a print shop, print something, I can't think of the name of it right now, but I had it on the old computer, and I can't put it on the new one without buying it again, and I don't want to do that. So I tried a couple different photo programs, and I couldn't seem to shrink, the license plate down to fit the decals or the license plate frame size. So I went on dug out my old computer and just kind of held the screen together and shrunk up the license plate. And when I printed it, I thought it was right, and when I went to put it on, I noticed it was too small. So possibly I'll be able to make another one. If I dig out that old computer, I can make another one and glue it over top. I wanted the Colorado license plate because I used the La Mexicana tortilla company that says Del Norte, Colorado, and I'm trying to think up a clever license plate, so I came up with taco because we make tacos out of tortillas. So it was a good idea, I guess. Just needs a little bit of work on the execution. And I used a 40 Ford Coupe bumper on the back that I had left over from the 40 Ford Coupe that I built, which I didn't put any bumpers on. Not too much really else to talk about on it, I don't think. I didn't put a front bumper on. I was going to put the 40 Coupe bumper on there too, and I just didn't like the looks of it. I think it looks much better without it. And under the hood we have your basic small block Chrysler. No, not a lot of detail. Actually, not any detail. I didn't even put plug wires on it this time. Like I said before, that's the first car I built probably in 20 years that doesn't have plug wires. And the bottom is, pretty run-of-the-mill. I tried to get the front end as low as possible, and I tucked up the interior tub real deep into the body. So what that did, in reality, when I put it together, the back end was way, way lower than the front. So I had to make up some blocks to slip in between the frame and the floor pan just to jack the back end back up a little bit. And I think the back's still a little bit lower than the front. Could be an optical illusion, but it does look lower. And I had side windows in, and when I tried to put the interior tub in, it just wouldn't go because of the side windows. And I figured, oh, it's a street rod, you don't really need, the windows are down. We'll just call it that. Not like a drag car where you gotta have windows up. Yeah, I think I did show the front end. Yeah. See, the front end, you don't notice a mismatch in the paint on the hood. It's just that, I think it's just the one side, actually. So I must have got a little bit light on the other side at the back. Tail lights are stock Willys. The license plate mount is out of the Willys Coupe kit. Door handles are out of the Willys Coupe. Pretty much everything, the whole donor was the Willys Coupe. I think the only thing different is the small block Chrysler engine and the 40 Ford back bumper. So that's that. Hope you guys like it. And we'll see what I got going on the bench. I didn't get a whole lot done on this Pro Stock Olds. Been working on details on the engine. Let's see what I can show here. I did fuel lines, throttle linkage, Still need to attach something from the linkage down to the bottom of the manifold. I don't know if I can make something, bell crank or something, to make it pull like it would be pulling from the gas pedal. I'll work on that when I get some spare time. But I think it's looking pretty good. I'm afraid this regulator might be too high for the hood. I'm going to try on this one. I'm going to try to make a tray. Oh, I just realized oh no, I can do that. Try to make a tray that sits on top of the carburetors and actually have the hood come off with the scoop staying on like the real Pro Stock cars were. Never tried that before, but I'm thinking about it this time. And I'm still going to put dry sump lines on. But the motor is 90% finished, I'd say. Oh, just realized I got out of the frame. And the chassis, I have been doing a little bit more work. I made a fuel pump. Scratch built that. I used solder for the fuel line and just left it hang loose. This bends really easy. That's one reason I like it. So I'm going to run that up to the regulator. And I have been, wherever it is, I've been working on the batteries. I'll find them in a minute. Okay, here they are. I thought I had the red cable on too, and if I did, I guess it fell off. But I have the two tied together, and this fits in here. Pretty sure I had it glued, but I guess I didn't have it glued good enough, so I'm going to have to re-drill that and re-glue it. But those cables are going to run through the floor in the back. You know, batteries will go back here. They'll run through those holes. One will be a ground. The other one will run to the starter. I got seat belts in. They're not finished. I just kind of tacked them into the place on the seat so I could get the seat in, and I'll get them, wrapped under next thing. And then I did something to rattle in here. Also started another project. I'll pull it apart quick. I had this Flashpoint Resins Camaro Pro Mod body. So I took an Oldsmobile Pro Stock floor pan. This is one that I made out of resin. Cut it apart to, shrunk it down to fit in the body here. And then because the stock frame rails, I tried putting them in, but it's too short. You can see it doesn't reach near the front. And when I had it in real position, the A-arms are just a little too far back. I'm just holding it roughly now. But it wouldn't have had the wheels centered, so I whipped up a new one, a little bit longer. It's not square, just like all my other ones, because I built it inside of the floor pan here. But I'll tweak it around and it'll be okay when it's finished. So I got the length right. Once I get it mocked into position for good, I'll put the A-arms on, and then I can start making a roll cage. So that's my newest project. I had the wheels mocked in here to see how it was going to look. Let's see if I can take this out and just set it down on the ground, get a rough idea. That's rough idea of the initial mock-up stage, and then it'll have, I'm not sure how, the front's going to be low too. I want the whole thing low. And I guess I'm going to cut the front end off, and not sure what motor's going in that yet. I imagine 99% sure it's going to be a big block Chevy. Probably carbureted with nitrous. That's kind of my thing for pro mod type cars. I don't care for blowers or turbos. So that's where I'm at, and we'll see you next time. So thanks for watching.